Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Back in Tamamizo, where we want to continue the Auspice storyline. The Firebird down below. How kind of you to pay us a visit, Serenia. Now I need not summon you. But a moment ago, a certain surfy cat returned with another missive, addressed to you. See for yourself. Brave adventurer who stood fast and quelled the raging Aramitama of my comrade Byakko. The time has come for you to return to Reisen Temple. I presume the Auspices of Hell's Lit have need of you once more? If so, give my regards to them and dear Soroban. Ja, das was my boss. Well met, Serenia, well met. But wait, where's the little urchin girl of whom I've grown so fond? It would be miss of us to proceed without her, would it not? Why not summon her with that twinkle of yours, your link pearl? Hello, Serenia, is that you? Genbu asked for you. Right now? Well, if you insist. What wondrous things these link pearls. Now then, let us wait until your friend arrives. Serenia? Genbu? Ah, good of you to join us, little urchin girl. You know, there's such a thing as running a joke into the ground. It pleases me to inform you that thanks to your assistance with his training, Soroban's strength has grown by leaps and bounds. Ere long we may count him among our most formidable warriors. Out of curiosity, where is Soroban anyway? Engrossed in a very special exercise, I'm afraid. Trust me when I say he would not want you to see him in his current state. Working up a sweat, no doubt. Glad to hear it. But I called you here not to discuss our coaching, friend. The wards have grown weaker, presaging Koryo's inevitable escape. Before he breaks free, the four lords must marshal their strength. And so, Serenia, I must entreat you to quell the raging Aramitama of a dear comrade once more. A fight, is it? Then where's our warrior? That's where our warrior of light shines. Who's our opponent this time? See for yourself. She should be joining us shortly. That is a phoenix. It has been too long, elder brother. Several hundred years by my reckoning. Am I to assume you have kept your silent vigil all this time, Suzaku? Let us not speak of such things. You bade me come hither for another purpose. Well, I did. Koryo's wards grow weaker by the day, and the calamity would visit upon us towards nigh. The four lords must join their strength together once more. And to that end, this warrior would unburden my tortured soul. Just so. Hers is a power far surpassing that of mortal men. She's heir to the legacy of Tenzin. Brother, how dare you compare this creature to that shining paragon of virtue, of kindness? You sully his memory. And you? You dare think yourself as equal? His better? Then I will put you to the proof. And when you fall, it will be a fate most deserved. Turn back if you would not have it be so, or join me in misery. Compared to Byakuya, she seems much more angry. The Aramitama feeds upon her grief and fuels her rage. She yet mourns her love lost. But it's not my place to speak. Go to her, brave warrior, and learn the truth of her heart. You crave battle then, even if it brings you your death. Out of duty, you pit yourself against enemies ever stronger. Without hesitation, without fear, you muster your courage and... No, you're not even a pale shadow of his glory. There was but one man fit to wear the mantle of hero. He has long since passed from this world.
If so, then the Ruby Sea will be consumed by Koryu's fiery judgment, and we, her sworn protectors, will have failed in our duty. Is Tenzin's memory so sacred that you would doom this land out of spite?
Oh, Byakuya, do you not see? Before I called you brother, I was but a bird who loved a man. Perhaps this was all I was ever meant to be, for I can brook no replacement at my side, or in my heart. Not so easy as you.
Have you forgotten his final moments? How he fought and died to defeat Koryu? How he sacrificed himself before our very eyes?
How dare you ask me that? Every detail is forever seared in my mind's eye, a blackened scar upon my soul. How could I possibly forget?
Nor should you. Nor will I forget every day we spent together on the road. But to exalt the past over the present, to live life in mourning and never move on, is to dishonor his memory.
How dare you speak to me of dishonor? You who have opened our home to this pretender. I see her plainly now. She has warmed her way into your hearts, mimicking Tenzin's manner, cloaking herself in his scent and seeking to supplant Tenzin in our minds.
Listen to yourself, my sister. The Aramitama has driven you to see Oni in shadows. Let it be quelled, before your soul is forever lost.
Only to Tenzin will I entrust my soul. Only his love will I accept. Let me help you. He said, oh, Tenzin. Very well, but I will brook no delay. I shall await you in the depths, in my place of mourning. Did I just skip something? No, okay.
Forgive her, Serenia. She's yet consumed by her failure to save Tenzin all those years ago. Her regret is a festering wound. The love she bore him gave her strength once. Alas, through it, the Aramitama has found purchase in her soul. It feeds on her grief and despair. 'Tis plain that your presence troubles her as well. She senses your blessing, and it reminds her of him. There were moments when she looked on you with a fire in her eyes. When she gives herself to the Aramitama, she may surrender to her delusions as well. If so, Do not be alarmed by what she says. Stand fast and free her from her torment. Be warned, she commands many powers, including the ability to manipulate geomantic currents. Only by remaining observant will you survive.
Health scare. I don't have the necessary equipment with this job. Okay. Then let's take something a bit more robust.
Aramitama is unbound! Tenzin? Tenzin, 'tis I! Sheathe your sword, I beg of you! You gave me the strength to rise from the ashes!
There's Phoenix down. The let there be no more secrets between us. What?
I could not bear to lose you again!
No idea. I'm fully confused. Can you look in direction? Okay. So look this way. This way. This way.
Trust in me, my love! I will protect you, I promise! my love. If only you would listen. Why do you do this? All I ever wanted was for you and I to hearken to my melody.
Which one is that? Ah, that one.
All I ever wanted was for you and I to
Oh my stupid. There's a very obvious hole in the middle. Don't walk in there.
Tenzin, please. Did you? We will wake you from this madness.
That's my line, I believe.
Hearken to my melody.
First purple, then yellow, then...
All I ever wanted was for you and I to...
How long have I been blinded by this dream? This never-ending nightmare, unable to escape the memory of my beloved. I owe you an apology, brave warrior, as well as my life. In spite of a crude and disrespectful way I treated you, you nevertheless risked your life to free my heart from the terrible delusion which threatened to consume my soul. For the first time in centuries, I can reflect on my time with a man I so deeply loved, without being driven to tears. I was born into this world long, long ago, blessed with crimson plumage that shone like blazing fire in the sun. My form was likened to that of a firebird of legend, a being said to have the power to confer immortality upon mortal men. Thus was I pursued endlessly by those who yearned to conquer death. To them, to all mankind, I was no more than a means to an end. But Tenzin did not look upon me so. To him, I was so much more, and he would become everything to me. Together we traveled, we four lords and the samurai. As comrades in arms we journeyed the realm, feared at first by many for our nature. But Tenzin, dear Tenzin, would not close his heart to the people's plight. Not once did he hesitate to proffer a helping hand, and one by one, he won over those who once cursed and condemned us. We were only in the east to slay or revenants in the west to exercise. Without hesitation would he bid us rise to the challenge, and leave grateful men and women to spread words of our deed. Word which, one day, reached the ears of a king. It was by the king's order that we battled the mad Auspice Kyoryu. Despite the many deeds to our creed, we four had only lived some few centuries, and were no match for our foe. Against the might of Koryu's raging Aramitama, my brothers and I were powerless. But Tenzin, brave Tenzin, he would not be denied. At the last he unleashed a powerful technique, knowing full well that it would leave him exposed. I watched as the light left his eyes forever. Had I been the firebird of legend? Had I been possessed of a power of immortality? Had I been able to rescue him from death's obsidian abyss? And then, the cruelest irony of all, centuries later, when I finally went through the change, immortality became mine to command. I can but wonder if my bottomless grief for my beloved made it so. The power of which I yearned so desperately that day is now mine. If not to save him, then perhaps to save those for whom Tenson died. For the memory of my beloved, for his legacy I shall fight. Let us go and tell Genbu together. And Serenia, thank you. Aha, I see you're still in one piece. I gather all went well. Rest assured, elder brother, that I am myself once more. You certainly seem different than before, as if a great weight has been lifted from your shoulders. Your face is the very picture of serenity, I'd say. How very perceptive you are, little one. Indeed, I have at long last come to accept the passing of my beloved Tenson.
At long last indeed, but perhaps such prolonged periods of distress are unavoidable when one lives for more than 1,000 years. I myself am no stranger to melancholy.
No, my brother, that you most certainly are not. How forgetful of me. I've yet to see how Soroban's training is coming along. Soroban? Soroban! Wait, I know this joke. It's a fireboat. No, it's an airship. No, Genwasabi urchin, for it is in fact. Soroban. I mean, I expected him in some capacity, but not like this.
No one told me that this training would lead to such radical transformation. Look at me. I'm a giant tortoise. A tortoise!
I was wrong. This is the very definition of running a joke into the ground. There's no need for panic, Soroban. You probably just recited the words improperly and offered your body as a vessel for a great tortoise, Kami.
That seems to me like a very, very good reason for panic. Unless I will return to normal after a short while, like with a tamatabako of geomancy.
Well, I cannot say with any significant degree of certainty, but you might regain your original form by the time Serenia quells Serius Aramitama.
Might? Might? What is this might? Might is not an acceptable answer.
You must be exhausted from your battle with Suzaku, my friend. Perhaps it would be best if you returned to the land above and took a rest. He's right. I doubt we will be needed here for some time, and Soroban seems to be in no mood for company. Be sure to contact me if anything comes up. Bye, Tataru.
I had been meaning to return home, even if only briefly, but given my current state, that seems unlikely. If you could go in my stead and tell the elder I am hale and healthy, I would be most grateful.
Poor Soroban, he is now an Elementoise.
Ah, Serenia. All is well with our friends beneath Hell's Lid? What of Soban? How goes his training? He, failed to perform a ritual correctly and was transformed into a tortoise, you say? But you are aware that, Oh, I see. That must be some kind of Eosian joke. How very amusing. A pity we will not see him again for the foreseeable future, but I will trust it is for the best. As before, he should take as much time as required. He's a tortoise after all. Still makes no sense to me. You've learned the emote hum. Okay, and with that I end this episode. Until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV, I am Mace, and don't get lost.